Hey everyone, well I'm just about to drive up the east coast of the North Coast 500, stopped at the tour services, dead handy, fill up gas, fill up water, petrol, a nice wee shop in there as well, so filling up my gas today. There we go, £7.4, that's probably going to last me about 4 to 6 weeks. Right, so filled up my gas, filled up my fuel, filled up my water, checked my oil level, let's hit the road. So we've just driven through Tain, which is where the Glenmorangie or Glenmorangie, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, whiskey distillery is. All I know is it's a lovely whiskey. And heading in towards Dornoch now. If any of you like golf, the Royal Dornoch Golf Course is absolutely fantastic. So I'm just going to be driving up the East Coast. This is the 4th time I've been on the North Coast 500 and I've done it both ways. I've done it east to west, I've done it west to east. And if someone asks me what my favourite way to do it, is probably east to west. Because I prefer really dramatic landscapes, mountains and things of that nature. It gets more dramatic as you obviously move across to the west portion of it. But up the east coast is beautiful as well. It's just very different. It's more pastoral. Got some incredible castles en route, which we'll check out. One place I've not been to actually called the Whaligoe Steps. I've not seen them yet. And the weather's not too bad today, even though there's meant to be a storm right now, so I think I might go and check out that. Don't worry about this. I went to the leisure centre in Inverness earlier, grabbed a shower. They let you have a shower there for £4.25, which is handy. Little private shower room. And I've got my bungee cord up here to hang my microfiber towel up to dry whilst I'm en route. You've got to make do when you're living in a van. Haste you back. Well, we're going to head into Dunrobin Castle and go and check that out. Even in sort of late October, you can see it's still pretty busy. The first thing you notice at Dunrobin are the incredible gardens. And the castle itself is like something out of a Disney movie. Although the gardens are absolutely beautiful, like many old Scottish castles, it comes with a bloody and brutal past, and of course, ghost stories. And I'm going to tell you one such story that I learnt whilst I was visiting. In the 15th century, the Earl of Sutherland captured a beautiful young girl from the Mackay clan after a battle, and he locked her up in a haunted room next to the night nursery. He wanted to marry her, but she refused him, and one night he came to her room and found her trying to escape down a rope of sheets. Enraged, he whipped out his sword and cut the rope, causing her to fall to her death at the foot of the tower. And this seamstress room was where it all happened, and she's still often heard weeping and wailing. Well, that is something else, isn't it? Absolutely love Dunrobin Castle. The gardens are just absolutely incredible. And it looks so nice during autumn. There is a falconry show there as well, and I would have loved to have captured it for you, but I'm just here at the wrong time of day. I've still yet to see that for myself. I usually do the North Coast 500 sort of November till March, so the season hasn't started. and the castle's actually closed. It'll be closing soon at the end of October. I will see it one day. It is meant to be incredible as well, so I'll get to it at some point. But it's just a beautiful garden and an incredible building, really. So much history there, especially with the Highland clearances, sadly. Right, we're at the Whaligoe Steps, and it's essentially 365 steps leading down to what is basically a natural harbour in between two sea cliffs. I think it was built by David Brodie, and it was used for many years for fishermen as a harbour itself. But I've never been here before, I'm finally getting to do it, and it is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. You can see the steps that you come down. Yeah, that was something else. I'm glad I did that. Now it's time to go back up the steps. Now the steps are quite steep, so you do need to be careful. Certainly when you're coming down, and if it's maybe a bit wet. I definitely wouldn't want to do it in the winter when it's all icy. But it will get you breathing, going back up these steps. Definitely worth it. I'm gonna go up to Castle Sinclair Girnigoe now, and that's where I'm gonna settle in for the rest of the afternoon and night. It's a beautiful place to get a sunset. Hopefully, I'll get a nice sunset tonight. That's the plan. Yeah, that's us. So I'm just gonna chill out for a little bit and grab some food, and then we'll go and see what the weather's like nearer sunset. So the only thing really about parking up here is the lack of signal. I do have a little Netgear Nighthawk M1 router, which I tend to use. And quite often, if I don't get a signal on my phone when I use this, I mean, it varies, but I'll get anywhere from sort of 5 to 40 megabits per second. It really just depends on the location itself, but it does come in handy. Because when I've got downtime like this is the moments where I will go online, reply to comments on my socials and things like that. I mean, I spend probably 2 or 3 hours a day replying to comments. Plus it gives me time to edit up videos, make shorts, make reels, whatever it might be. And I just tend to put it up in my skylight. The USB slots here. There we go, that's that charging now. We'll check the speed, see what speed we're getting. Ping 62, which isn't too bad actually. 8.33 megabits per second download. So from getting no signal with my phone to getting 8 megabits per second, I mean, I can run my Fire Stick with that and everything else if I want to put the projector up later, which I probably will do. Join me next week as I take my son to drive the most famous mountain pass in Scotland, the Beal Lach na Ba, followed by a wee adventure to one of the most spectacular sights Scotland has to offer, Wailing Widow Falls. Like and subscribe for more van life adventures.